Many Americans' knowledge of the Mormon Church may be limited to casual associations with Salt Lake City, polygamy, or pairs of missionaries in neckties going door to door, but that may be about to change. You see, Mormons and Mormonism, or at least highly imaginative versions of them, are now front and center on several of the country's biggest stages, from Broadway to the 2012 presidential campaign. Jonathan Karl got exclusive access to the newest face of the Republican field and starts us there.
With the Statue of Liberty over his shoulder, Jon Huntsman made it official.
I'm Jon Huntsman, and I'm running for President of the United States.
It's a different kind of campaign for a different kind of Republican. No attacks on his opponents, no lashing out at Obamacare, not even a single mention of the name Barack Obama.
I don't think you need to run down someone's reputation in order to run for the office of president.
Huntsman may be this cycle's most exotic candidate. He was the most popular governor in America just 2 years ago, but left that job to become Barack Obama's pick to be U.S. ambassador to China. He speaks Chinese, not one, but 2 dialects, but he dropped out of high school to join a rock band. He's a successful businessman and son of the billionaire who invented those styrofoam containers that Big Macs used to come in. He loves motocross.
This is the guy who can win.
Which explains the utterly bizarre videos he released to lead up to today's announcement.
A new vision for the country we love.
In an exclusive interview on his, rather noisy campaign plane, we asked about those ads.
You know, there's sometimes isn't a whole lot of rhyme and reason to political ads that are thrown up, other than to get a little buzz.
Huntsman has 7 children, 2 of them adopted, 1 from Bangladesh and 1 from China. He is raising his youngest daughter, her native Hindu, but he is Mormon. Huntsman's campaign comes at a time when you might say Mormonism has gone mainstream. He joins Mitt Romney in a Republican primary field that now has 2 Mormons. It's one of the fastest growing religions in America. 15 members of Congress are Mormon, including the leader of the Senate. And Huntsman predicts as a political issue, his religion will be irrelevant.
I don't think people see it through a religious prism. I think they look at any of the candidates and say, where are they going, what do they stand for, what are they going to do for this country?
But these days, pop culture is also bombarding voters with stereotypes of Mormonism, some of them quite offensive. There's the Tony Award-winning musical, The Book of Mormon.
I believe that God lives on a planet called Cova. I believe that Jesus has his own planet as well.
There's also the popular TLC reality show, Sister Wives.
I think there's room for everybody.
And its HBO dramatic equivalent, Big Love.
I'll introduce you as my wife, but it doesn't mean you're my only one.
The pop culture portrayals offer a twisted and distorted view of the religion. The church denounces polygamy, of course, a practice that is confined to a handful of extremist cults with no ties to the Church of Latter-day Saints. Huntsman's bigger challenge is convincing Republican primary voters that the man who Barack Obama sent to China is a true conservative. He chose the setting of today's announcement to evoke Mr. Republican Ronald Reagan, who launched his campaign against Jimmy Carter here in 1980. But Reagan didn't try to play Mr. Nice Guy.
The Carter record is a litany of despair, of broken promises, of sacred trusts abandoned and forgotten.
As for Huntsman, he actually has relatively kind words for the president who he wants to replace.
I respect the President of the United States. He and I have a difference of opinion on how to help a country we both love.
Huntsman supports civil unions for same-sex couples and has supported government action to curb global warming by taxing greenhouse gas emissions. And on Afghanistan, he has actually staked out a position to the left of President Obama.
Would you go quicker? Would you pull the troops out quicker than what we're hearing?
Well, from what I've heard based on the 2014 plan, I haven't heard anything beyond the 2014 plan. I think we could expedite it, no question about it.
Get American troops out faster.
Get American troops out faster.
Huntsman knows he has a lot of work to do. Right now, most voters simply don't have any idea who he is.
You think you're going to pull this off? You don't think you can win?
No, of course.
You're at 1%. You got a long ways to go.
Hey, listen, I like our chances.
For Nightline, I'm Jonathan Karl in Exeter, New Hampshire.